it's Stephanie here from Oh You're Lovely. Today's tutorial is gonna be a fun one. Don't mind the drowned rat look. It's not gonna make sense at all, but my hair will look prettier by the end. There's your hint for today's tutorial. Today's tutorial, we are going to play with a floral crown. This is going to be a little bit different though. We've done one where it's like a full halo effect. I've done a couple others as well. So I'm going to take and I'm going to morph a style that I've done before. Not here on YouTube though, only on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Okay, sorry. Focus. YouTube. Hi guys! So we're going to take something that I've done before and we're going to morph it into something else to create this beautiful, like, more focal side headpiece. And then I'm actually going to do my hair probably. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, enough of me chit-chatting. Let's jump right into the tutorial. Alright guys, for today's tutorial, you are going to need, I always forget what these are called, pipe cleaners. I have way more than we're going to need. This was for visual effect. You're only gonna need a handful of these. But pipe cleaners, most likely you're gonna wanna do it in like a green or a brown or a more natural tone. You're gonna want some ribbon, or let's just say ribbon. Yep, you're gonna just wanna use ribbon. And then something to tie your piece. I'm gonna be using this like beautiful, also another type of ribbon, but you could use twine, some sort of wiring that you wanna do, whatever you wanna do to attach everything together is perfectly fine. Greenery, little bits and bobs. You're not gonna need a lot. We're just gonna cover the space. I know this looks like a lot because there's a whole bunch of different colors and textures that I want. Whatever your color story is perfect. We're going for a fall theme on this one. So I've got a lot of like deep, beautiful oranges and reds, some green, and then I've got these like funky, these are not in our shop. Most of the stuff you'll find in the shop, but these are like vintage greenery pieces that I like came across years ago now, but they're like from the 50s and I love them so much. So I like to use them when I can in certain projects, and that's what these little funky guys are too. So there you go, greenery. Sola flowers, whatever color story you want, that's what we're gonna use. All right, enough of me goofing up. I have a feeling this is gonna be a very goofy tutorial. I just have this feeling. It's the hair, it's because my hair's not dry that it brings out the goofiness, apparently. All right, let's jump into the tutorial, you guys. All right, this is the piece that we're going to adapt from. So this is like a half floral crown. You tie it off with ribbon in the back so it's adjustable for anybody's head. But this is what we want to pay attention to, is how I created the structure, the mechanics of this. So what we're going to do, just for visual sakes, is we're going to be taking and using and making these little loops with our pipe cleaners. See, I'm gonna forget this. But then we're gonna build it out so that we have a bigger, wider space, and we're not going to tie it off with this wider ribbon because I felt like the wide ribbon would look a little bit different in the hair. That's why we're going with a thinner ribbon at the end. All right, I'm kind of going off on a tangent there. All right, let's start building the mechanics. So first thing that we're gonna do is we're just going to twist our pipe cleaner to attach it. Then I put a couple fingers in there to give myself a little bit of space to wind my ribbon through. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this and I'm gonna come back around and attach that there, or attempt to. Okay, there's that. Now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna build off of that. Since that's kind of bulky right there, maybe we'll do another group. Guys, when I do these tutorials, as much as I've done lots of different projects in different ways, a lot of the time when we're doing these, I'm still kind of playing and figuring it out as I go of how I want to make this work, which can be a lot of fun, but also leads to lots of like, oh, that's interesting, I didn't think of it that way. I did make a other one last night as far as kind of testing out how I wanted the shape to look. And this one is coming up together a little bit different, but I'm not mad about it. I think it's actually working out really well so far. Hopefully I didn't just shoot myself in the foot on that. All right, so twist that again. Switch that. All right. Yeah. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and we're gonna create some connection points and loop this together. I'm just gonna kind of weave in and out to create this all. And then while we're here, we might as well kind of create a loop over there, another connection. And then I'm gonna just go around this and just gently wrap my rest of my pipe cleaner around. All right, so there's the base for which we're going to now weave our ribbon into. So you didn't need that many pipe cleaners. I didn't count how many though. Maybe I should have done that. Whoops. All right, so we're gonna just take this and we're covering, basically we're gonna be gluing all of our leaves and flowers onto this, but we want even more space for them to be able to grab onto. So I'm gonna weave this in. It'll also just kind of clean things up a little bit. And then I'm gonna double back around so that we keep creating these spaces. I don't think I'm gonna use all the ribbon, but I cut off a generous amount so that I had, and I wanna make sure that I keep it nice and wide as we're going through these different points. So I'm gonna do this again. We're gonna bring this through. There we go. Because again, we want a lot of space. And I'm also going to, like where these ribbon kinda, or where the pipe cleaners, I had tied those off. Those are like a little bit sharper edges as far as the wires. So I'm gonna tuck those in and clean that up so that we're not poking anybody in the head when they're wearing this, because that's no fun. And just again, going through and looping around. I do wanna make sure that I leave a couple little spots where I can actually attach my other ribbon that we're going to use to tie this all together when we're done. And I'm just gonna use up the rest of this ribbon. And that still gives us this, we can still form this to fit like around the head too. Since this, we need a little bit of movement to it because our heads are not completely flat most of the time. All right, let's tie that off. And now we get to the fun part. We get to glue in all the fun stuff. Oh, Stephanie Ann, look what I did. That's okay, I'm gonna fix that off camera and then we're gonna get to gluing in all of the leaves and the flowers. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in that space. I'm gonna start with these ginkgo leaves that you can find at ohyourelovely.com, at least for right now, unless they're out of stock by the time this goes up. You never know. Our greenery is absolutely lovely. I love it so much. And we find such cool, fun stuff, but we can only get so much at a time. And then once it's gone, which always makes me so sad. And this has been really popular. So here's a chance But it might not be there by the time you get there, but take a look if you're interested in it. So I'm just gonna, I don't think I'm gonna think too hard about this. I think we're just gonna cover the space because this is gonna peek through a little bit as we build stuff up. And if I really want to make sure that another one of those leaves gets pulled in, I'll grab another stem or another little piece to fill it in a little bit. So get our glue, or you can use, what else could you use? Hot glue. There's also E6000 would be an option if you're okay with waiting on the dry time. There's also, there's some floral glues too, like a fresh floral glue that you can use. But again, you have to wait for some dry time, and I can't remember the name of it. So, but that would work as well. So right now I'm just filling in some spaces so that we give ourselves even more room to be able to glue other things on top of this and hide the mechanics that we've got going on our lovely piece. We don't want to go too far on everything because again, we're just trying to make a statement side piece, and if we get too extra, then we just got like this wall of flowers going on. I think I'm just gonna do we'll do that there. Originally I was like, I'm just gonna do an arch of, or a border of these. That's the word I was looking for, but let's not. Let's do something different. All right, so then I'm gonna lay it down. This is some laurel. Also was available in our shop, but I think it's out of stock now. We're gonna grab some of those. And some of these bigger pieces, I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to like put it up against like my noggin to make sure that it's not like going too far out and things like that. But we're just gonna start. At this point, sometimes overthinking is gonna slow you down. So just put it in there and see what happens. This right here is some Smilax, also in that color story. And I am kind of focusing a lot of the greenery right now in this center area just because they go out so far. And again, I'm trying to make sure that we don't go out too far. We'll get a couple, like that one I think is gonna look real cute right there. So we'll get a couple kind of sneaking out. But once we get this laid down a little bit better, we'll have a better idea of like which side we want to like face the face versus which side we want to go closer to the back of the head. And that'll help us with flower placement and things like that. I really like building that up. I've got a little bit more of the laurel, so I'm gonna wait to put more of that in until we build up some more layers to see if I want to put that more in a couple other spots as well. Yeah, buddy. You lay something down and you're like, yep, that's where that belongs. That's its home now. But then you drop it and then it goes somewhere else. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, buddy. There we go. I like that a lot. Okay. I've also got these pieces. I think I'm gonna wait again on those till the end. I need to see if I've got a couple. Oh my gosh, can you see that? Oh, whew, boy, that is pretty. Goodness. Oh boy, you can also find this greenery at ohyourlovely.com. Step away from the greenery for just for a second. I want to grab this, take a look at it as far as how it's gonna sit on the noggin, and then we'll figure out our flower placement and keep on keeping on. All right guys, so we're going to start putting the flowers on the headpiece in just a second. But first, before we do that, I need to introduce you to somebody. I'm so excited.
everybody. Meet Josie, also known as the studio pup. Hi, Josie. You come say hi? Oh, every time I say her name, I wake her up. But that's her new spot, and she hangs out with me in the studio.
All right, puppy break is done. I'm back. I was gone for a little while. So we're going to play around with this. I think I know the placement that I want. Originally, I really wanted to use this flower, but I just feel like I have too much yellow going on. It's just gonna get lost in there. So we're going to change it up as far as the color story, and I think these are the colors that we're gonna work with. So some like deeper reds, some kind of mauve-y tones, and then I've got this lovely cream Maya. Like, oh my God, can we just for a second? Oh gosh, I can't sing, but you know, maybe we'll dub over that. Probably not, but isn't that so pretty? And then we've got just a couple other little small guys. These are actually from the Munchkins, and I dyed those the same. Well, no, this is a different color. Like this really deep color, and then I've got that mustardy yellow again. So we're gonna try that. Then I'm going to add a couple little extra bits, probably take this away and look at it in a mirror to see how it looks up on my head. But I think we should be, there's still some flexibility. So we should be good to go. So let's just start laying in the flowers and see how this all comes together. And these flowers I did dye with using glycerin, so they're a little bit more flexible than if we dyed that, or if we used some acrylic paint without adding that glycerin. And I'm just taking glue and putting it kind of all over the petals so that it's grabbing and hitting on something, and then I'm fluffing it open after. Oh my gosh, this is coming together already. Look at how pretty that is. Yep, that's where I want that, and then we'll figure out the rest of it. So I now officially have a studio pup. We adopted Josie a couple months ago, but we haven't been feeling comfortable letting her go into the studio just yet. She had a couple accidents when we first got her, and so it's been a slow transition, but things have been going very well, and now she hangs out with me quite often for very long periods of time when I'm late night crafting, which I tend to do. And it's just been so amazing. So I'm so glad that we have her in our lives. She just fits into our family really, really well. All right, I'm feeling good about this, I think. I'm going back and forth, back and forth. Actually, that might be a fun piece to put in. Yeah, let's do that. This is a fun one. All right, I think flower-wise, we might be done. So now let's just grab a couple other pieces of greenery and kind of break up where we're feeling like there's little bits of like holes to add a little bit of extra something to it. Give a little, see what happens when we move and groove and all that fun stuff. All right, so these little thistles, maybe I can try like the little ones and not the really ginormous guys. If I can get that off, I can. All right, so then we've got the Bruni, and I'm gonna break these apart. And this one's got some kind of funky stuff going on. I don't know, well, we'll use it. Might as well. Might as well, it just adds for interest, right? All right, we're gonna slide those.
Oh my God, I love this stuff so much. It goes so well with so many things. I love this filler for winter arrangements especially, but man, fall ones too. It just looks so good. It's just like the perfect gray. It's like a really pretty cool tone gray. I just love it. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue to right to the end of the stem. You can cut it or trim it to size if you want, if it's too long. We're just gonna add a couple of those sprinkled throughout. Okay. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our string, wire, or not wire, well, you could use wire, I guess. And we're going to tie this on one end. I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna make ties on both sides and then tie it together to make it a little bit more adjustable and not like just do a headband that you could do though, maybe stretchy type of, what is that called? I don't even remember. But there's like this stretchy stuff you can use that they use for like little baby headbands and things like that. You could possibly use some of that too and make yourself a headband instead of a floral piece as far as that you have to tie together if you know what the circumference of the heads are gonna be. All right, so I'm going to put this on and we should be done. Oh my gosh, just look at that.
All right, guys, there you have it. It's definitely a different type of take on a floral crown. You guys, I have to show you something. Hold on, I should change the camera angle. Just give me 1 second, I gotta show you guys this. You're just gonna get a kick out of it.
Look at, oh, she keeps following me. I can't get her to stay still for a video to help me. But look at, you can take that one floral crown. Are we getting dizzy? And you can turn it into a little crown for a flooster or a pupster.
Yeah. Ooh. Very trusting. Did you say hi? I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. To find out more about the 150 style Sola flower to carry, as well as greenery and craft supplies, go to ohyourelovely.com. Hi. If you're loving these videos, can't get enough, want to know when the next one goes live, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. And until next time, this is Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Do you say goodbye, Josie?